Hi, this is Jim Cramer, co-founder of TheStreet.com, writer for RealMoney.com, and CNBC's Mad Money host. I'm with Cliff Mason, newest columnist, whose provocative series created the Cramer-Mason dialogues that a lot of people watched over the weekend. We're back for more of what I regard as being just a feasting against you and your view that young people shouldn't save. Okay, now, there must be a moment where it turns into irresponsibility, your analysis that people shouldn't save. Or is it just true that you should just constantly rely on your paycheck and there is no penalty to not save it?
Clearly, there's a penalty at some point. However, I want to say two things here. The first is that people don't save to get rich. They invest to get rich, and there's a difference. You save to not freeze. You save to not starve. Maybe you save to purchase something. Okay. But I think by the time you're 29, by the time you're 30, when you're thinking about maybe I should stop renting and buy a place, maybe I'm going to be having kids soon, when you're thinking about children, when you're thinking about dependents, then you're not just dealing with yourself, okay, and it becomes much more irresponsible to be saving because it's not just you, it's your kid. It's not just you, it's your husband or your wife.
All right. A lot of the feedback that you got, and it's overwhelmingly critical, is that your philosophy is a hedonistic philosophy. Now, isn't it true that it is?
Sure. If it feels good, do it.
Now, why is that acceptable at the ages of, from the generation that is most critical to you? Why is that acceptable from the ages of 15 to 23 and not acceptable if you wipe out 15 to 23 and not acceptable at the ages 23 to 28?
Well, I think that it's not acceptable from 23 to 28 because in the old days, you'd graduate from college and you'd become responsible. Because you had 15 to 23 to screw around.
Falstaff, Prince Hal, suddenly.
Precisely, yes. Prince Hal says, Falstaff, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I'm going to be responsible now. I'm going to be the king. Right. And so people who are my age are expected now to come out of being very disciplined and responsible in high school and college and be just as disciplined and irresponsible and responsible, when they're working. And being responsible is sort of an aesthetic thing. It's not actually responsible to save, $100 a month. It just really, in the long run, 40 years from now, your $100 is $800. Oh man, Right. It's not like you're going to earn that much more.
Versus
in
when
10 years.
In the late 20s, early 30s, it's possible that your compensation would be worth investing, not just
exactly.
Savings. All right,
well, you have compensation to invest.
Right.
LeBron James, he can save. Right. He can afford to save.
Okay. Now, one last question before I let you go to do more columns and to help me with my show. Is there more to this theme, or is it finite? You've made your splash with this, and now it's on to another series.
I could certainly keep going with this. I mean, the conventional wisdom is so entrenched, and there are so many different problems with it. However, I will be moving on to new things. I'd like to write about whether or not it's possible to have a great diet and also be very responsible with your money. I don't think it is. I think that the requirements for financial responsibility are far too Spartan to really
once
be compatible.
Again, what you're going to court there is people who just think that you're just outrageously flip.
You know what? If I keep making the point rigorously, look, I try to be funny. I try to be entertaining.
Right.
I don't think people are going to read me or anyone for that matter if they aren't funny and entertaining. This on Mad Money.
Right.
So, I'm going to keep burying the rigor in there. I'm going to keep having the rigor, but that's about all I can do. I really would like to hit this point home. I'd really like people to at least entertain it.
Do you believe that there will come a moment where your agent provocateur status will be compromised by the fact that you'll represent a kind of a consensual view?
I hope so.
Okay, that's Cliff Mason. This is Jim Cramer. Stay with us. Thank you.